didn't.
Oh, yes, he did. Flame Boy never listens.
What did he do to his uniform?
I gotta ask you about this outfit.
Hi, I'm Captain America. Here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have. Patience. Sometimes patience is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it.
I guess.
And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing.
What is that? What do you call that thing?
How many more of these?
Okay, now I'm gonna go kill him.
Just over a year after the first Marvel reboot, we get the second Marvel reboot. This time, it's the Fantastic Four, the film that proves that somehow if you use more of your screen time to flesh out and develop the character of Doctor Doom, you can somehow make him worse than the previous version.
I will not sully my hands. I will return when you have learned your lesson.
The story is borderline non-existent, but I'll tell what there is. A group of 5 people go into space and are hit by a cloud that gives them superpowers. Upon returning to Earth, they discover they have been given these powers. 4 of them decide to lock themselves in a building and attempt to cure themselves, while the 5th decides to go around killing people for no real discernible reason. When the 3rd act hits, the 4 unite to stop the 5th, and that's the whole movie. I probably should have done a spoiler warning, but this thing is so completely predictable. So much of the movie is spent with the titular 4 in the Baxter building, waiting for a cure to their powers to be created. There's no tension or stakes outside of Ben Grimm wanting to no longer be the rock monster known as the Thing. However, there's no indication that if they don't find a cure, he'll suffer some ill fate. And you know at the beginning he'll still be the Thing, otherwise no sequel. It's all so boring. You're just waiting for the climax where they finally accept their powers and become a team, because what else could possibly happen? I will say, I think Ian Gruffudd, Chris Evans, and Michael Chiklis do a solid job with their roles. Granted, they're all cartoon characters, but they work well enough. Jessica Alba is clearly only there for eye candy, so I guess if that's all they were shooting for, they nailed it. However, if that's all they were shooting for, then it's another sign where this movie went wrong.
Look, I have one job on this lousy ship. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it, okay?
Sure, no problem.
And last, but not remotely least, we get to Doctor Doom, only one of the best Marvel villains ever. He's terrible here. We know his stock is going down, but not any more than expected, and he's not concerned about it, so why should we be?
The IPO now.
It's fallen. We're looking at low 20s. It's a good number considering the fallout from
Reed's disaster. Make sure they only shoot me from my left side.
Actually, the scar's tracking well. People seem to think it humanizes you.
He's removed from the board for no noteworthy reason. I'm not even sure how the whole "your company had an experiment that went wrong and made superheroes" could be seen as a career ender. I would think people would be excited about a company that made superheroes. 3 years ago, I did a long-form review of this movie and called it the best Fantastic Four movie. And while I will maintain it's the best made Fantastic Four movie, if I had to watch one of these over again, I'd go for the Roger Corman one from 1994. It's so cheesy and low budget that it does manage a certain terrible movie charm that this movie lacks. Tim's story Fantastic Four is just so boring. Not Electra boring, but it's up there.
Hey, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. That helps me out a lot. And if you really love this video, consider visiting my Patreon page.